out of college. We were both in psychology classes together. So I don't actually remember the first day or the first moment. We were just really good friends. Nothing more than that. And then we both graduated and moved on to our own separate lives. A couple years down the road, actually on Facebook, it was his birthday, so I wished him a happy birthday. Asked if he was going to be home for the holidays to catch up, and then we reconnected. That's when we started dating.
There you have it.
Happily ever after.
The true story behind that was the night that I saw her at home in Pennsylvania when I went home. We reconnected. I went back to her house and we were watching a movie in her basement, and we were laying on the floor and she fell asleep on my arm. And my arm went to sleep, and every part of me wanted to wake her up and say, "Hey, my arm hurts." And I looked at her and she was so peacefully sleeping on my arm. And I didn't wake her. I sacrificed my arm. I didn't want to wake her beautiful, sleeping face. And that was the moment I knew.
Oh. The proposal didn't work out as he had planned it, but it was still beautiful for us. It worked out perfectly for me. I'll let him explain how he had it planned.
So her mother's side of the family is Costa Rica. Never been to Costa Rica, and did a fair amount of research. Had asked her brother and her father before we left if they wouldn't mind if I joined the family, and I planned everything out. I had the ring, had it like attached to me throughout Costa Rica because I was always warned, you never know if something gets stolen. She had no idea, and I had no idea at first how it was going to happen. I just knew it was going to happen on our vacation to meet her family. So
I'm wondering why he was so attached to his bag.
Yeah, I would not leave my bag, had my side. And finally we took it had to be a 4-hour hike. We were at a place called Rio Celeste, and it's a giant waterfall with crystal blue water. Gorgeous. Took this hike all the way in, had perfect. I was like, this is perfect. Beautiful waterfall in the background, rock. Had her up there, had her brother and his girlfriend down there ready to take pictures with the guide. Beautiful backdrop. Could not have been more perfect. So I'm trying to talk to her, and she is just, I just went down. I just went down.
It was a 4-hour hike in the mud and the rain and
excuses.
Mm-hmm.
So she is just angry and wants to get down and wants to keep walking and get this over with.
Well, I couldn't figure out why my brother and his girlfriend weren't getting in with us. They're just staying on the side. I didn't want to hold up the group because everything was focused on us. I'm like, all right, let's just go.
So she wasn't listening to what I was saying to her, and then just ran off. So I'm left on the rock with this beautiful waterfall behind me and a ring. My future fiance just walks away.
So clearly I had no idea this was coming. I didn't expect it at all.
So for the next 30 minutes of the hike, I'm like, "Brrr, you ruined it." But on the other hand, at that point, I knew she has no clue this is coming because there's no way anyone that was expecting it was going to get down. So we talked to the guide, and he knew what was going on. Took us back to the hot spring area that they have along the hike, and I finally would not let her move. I grabbed her and I'm like, "You're not moving," and I did the whole thing and planned this whole speech, epic. And,
like one sentence in, I started bawling because I realized finally what was happening.
I was like, "Boy, she's gonna feel like an idiot when I tell her the real story."
I did.
And she never really said yes. She just kind of collapsed into my chest cry. So I'm assuming that was a yes.
Yep.
I'm assuming we're here today, so. Yes. So that was the story, and her mother was not happy that we hadn't told her about it before I did it, but I was afraid that if any one of her family had found out, everyone would have known.
But it still gave me the opportunity to tell someone and be excited because he had told everybody else that it was going to happen.
So
I was the only one who didn't know.
So clearly I planned that strategically because I knew she would want to tell someone. But perfect in our own way. Probably I would describe her as someone who is more tolerant than any human being I've ever met in my life. If they're my close friend, they would know that how difficult it can be with me sometimes. And I found someone that finds fun in tolerating me for the most part. Not only is she beautiful and romantic and loving and caring, but I think that's the quality about her that really makes her, it takes a special person to tolerate me. And she not only tolerates me, but she loves me for my uniquenesses.
describe him as a ham, definitely. Always makes me laugh. But the thing I like most about him is his honesty. He's the most honest person I know. Sometimes to a fault. But I never have to guess what he's feeling. I always know. And I like nothing.